Will Smith just announced that he has a new album coming out. Willard Smith, the man best known as a Hollywood actor. He's in all the big pictures. He's also what?
All the big pictures. It's like from the 1930s. Was he starring his first talkie yet? Did he get a chance?
What admire was that? It's like
he's in all the big pictures. It's good to star.
At the film house. It cost a nickel to put in to see
Right. Gonna go to a picture show. Have a hamburger sandwich. Yeah, I get it. I'm old. All right.
Spitball afterwards. Yeah.
What in the world? Okay. Go ahead. My bad.
Will Smith, the man best known for being in Hollywood as an actor. Is that better?
No,
has decided that he's going to go back to his roots.
Oh.
Yeah.
He is going to put out a new music album.
Okay.
It's going to be called Based on a True Story. It'll be out next Saturday, the 28th, March 28th, 2025.
Okay.
And the streets are talking. And the streets, I don't care what you say, Zakiya Simpson, the streets are saying
tomato.
that this album is hot fire.
Please stop.
What?
All right, man.
I feel like y'all are missing the plot here.
Okay, go ahead, man.
The point is that Will Smith, also known as the Fresh Prince,
yes,
is putting out the first album in 20 years.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I think, with all sincerity, oh wow, I'm gonna say this album slaps, but where Chris Rock was like, yeah.
Oh man.
I think
you think it will be very good.
I think
Chris Rock just got straight from like out of nowhere.
This album, I heard. Look, one thing Will Smith gonna do is put out a slap.
You were waiting to get that off, weren't you?
I wasn't trying to, but it just happened. But now it's funny. What happened was, I swear to God, I saw this in the comments, and then my brain went elsewhere. I wasn't even going to say that, but all of these people who are terrible people, apparently, I didn't know I had terrible people in the comments. They all decided to use the word slap. And I don't support Will Smith to Chris Rock. I actually think it was awful. I actually think it was absolutely awful. Shout out to Chris Rock and my brother Tony Rock. I love all of them. And I love Will Smith too. I just think that was an awful moment. But Will Smith puts out good music, and I feel like there's a way that he doesn't get the respect he deserves for his hip hop career.
Wait a minute. I'm sorry, because I remember having a debate with you about the Men in Black, Men in Black joint. No. You were not singing the same tune. All right. I'm
not singing that tune. I'm not singing Men in Black. That shit is terrible.
That song is delightful.
It is delightful. He was going in. He had that little dance with it. Like, yo, don't like.
It was terrible.
No, it wasn't. He was going up on Men in Black. That second verse. He was like, equalizer, get the tizer. When he was like that, memories. He was wilding. He was wilding on that.
Flow on that part.
His flow was very pop flow. Yes, he did, which I've always thought about. I'm like,
Yeah, Jada. Yeah, but that's a whole other.
Then, yes, but
yeah,
he was barring up though.
So here's the thing about this. I don't doubt it'll be. I've always thought Will make fun music. I don't have a negative association with Will in music. I was just shocked. I was like, oh, 20 years. But then seeing little things he's been doing more recently, and although I think his career has definitely been impacted by that moment at the Oscars, undeniably, in the context of Hollywood, I feel like the things that have been most successful for him in this moment have been the things that relate back to that moment of him as a rapper, as Fresh Prince, as this kind of Hollywood darling that we're figuring out as this buster actor. So it's the moment with him and Tatiana Ali and Doechii, right, doing the Anxiety dance trend. It is him being a producer and being very present in Peacock's Bel Air, which I think is I really enjoy Bel Air. And so there is this moment in which you can come and you have his son, who's an artist. He does comes out every once in a while, wrote that. His daughter, who's in her own lane as an artist. So I'm not surprised. And he's always had collaborators who I think elevate his talent as well. So
amazing collaboration. Somebody here, Isaac Hempstead, shout out to Isaac. He's a very treasured member of our community. He said you can't like his music without liking his MIB song. Let me prove that wrong right now.
Yo, you a hater, bro.
I love Will Smith. More importantly, I love the Fresh Prince. Will Smith is one of the most underrated rappers of all time. I'm gonna go that far. He's Philly's finest.
Finest?
Not it's not a comparison to everybody else from Philly. I mean, like, we have a group of people I would call Philly's finest. Like I said, Black Thought.
That's a lot. You actually got some heat in Philly. Like
Black Thought's in my top 5 that are alive. You know what I mean? Will Smith yeah, I mean, if you want to go newer, you go. I mean, Fridays is not a great album. I don't know if y'all heard Friday's album.
Yeah,
it is crazy. And Meek Mill put out one of his best rap verses that I've heard since. I mean, I don't even know. I mean, yeah, it's quite some time. I mean, I loved it. I loved his stuff with Jay-Z. But Jay-Z, stole that show, so it's a little tough. You know what I mean? But
Will Smith is reclaiming the kingdom.
I mean, there was a moment where Will Smith was the best rapper we'd seen in Philly.
I said reclaiming the kingdom.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with you. I'm saying, yeah, you're right. I mean, Schoolie D obviously had his moment. Shout out to Schoolie D. Fun fact for those that don't know, the first gangster rap song ever comes out of Philadelphia. PSK. Just want to let y'all know.
Okay.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
No.
Felt that in your chest, like.
Got to. Because people forget about them Parkside Killers, man. They think all that stuff started on the West Coast.
No, I guess just your voice just did a different thing.
That's what it do when PSK come in. When we start talking about gangster rap.
Okay.
Yo, can I tell you something though about like Will Smith, like in terms of him as an artist? Like when I was younger, I didn't want to listen to, like, he was just considered corny. He didn't curse, anything like that. We wasn't really, because that was if I'm in 3rd grade, like I'm listening to music to hear the curses. Like I want to curse.
That's the point.
Yes, that's the point. This motherfucker was safe. Like, yes, I love the Fresh Prince, but like wasn't trying to listen to Will Smith music. I remember 2 years, like 97 and 99, like I wanted No Way Out by P. Diddy and the Bad Boy Family and Life and Times of Sean Carter, and both I know aged terribly, but that's my truth. But like my mother for Christmas 2 years in a row got me Big Willie Style by Will Smith and Willennium by Will Smith, and I was so mad because I'm like, this is not what everybody listening to, but I'm gonna be honest, listening like underneath the covers where like none of my friends could Will Smith was barring up. I'm not even gonna lie to you. He was barring up.
Will Smith can rap. I would play something for y'all right now, but then it would be called Night School with Will Smith. I
would take it.
But look, if you don't think Will Smith can rap, go listen to Brand New Funk.
Brand New Funk.
Great example.
Brand New Funk, he's rapping rap. And you may not appreciate it in this moment because a lot of people can rap now, but I'm talking about when you talk about just lyrically, the way he was in the pocket, the way his flow was operating, he was eating on Brand New Funk. And that ain't my favorite song of his, but he was eating on that shit. You know, when I was coming home as a latchkey kid, we would listen to I Think I Could Beat Mike Tyson.
Mm-hmm.
We would listen to Parents Just Don't Understand. And Will was getting busy then. But let's not pretend Summertime isn't one of the greatest rap songs of all time.
So beautiful. It's a beautiful song.
Perfect song.
Things.
And Millennium. Nah, with Casey and JoJo. Say yeah. Y'all wasn't feeling that part?
If you don't sit your Barnell Hill ass down, listen.
Another year. Like he was barring up. He was ready for Y2K. I'm not mad. Shout out to
Listen how we are, Issa. We love you. When I say he's Philly's finest, again, it's an echelon. It's not a singular title. The best rapper out of Philly of all time is Black Thought. The second best rapper out of Philly of all time is Beanie Siegel. And then there's everybody else. I don't care what nobody say. If you want to put Meek Mill in there, if you want to throw whoever else in there, that's fine. I'm not going to fight over that. But when I say Will Smith is up there, Will Smith is up there. If you a real Philly head and you understand Philly rap, you understand that it's not just about it's not just about a Beanie Siegel. It's not just about even Black Thought. It's also about all the people that paved the way. Again, Schoolie D, PSK making this green. It's also about Steady B. It's also about Cool C. Ooh, you got it. The glamour is like it's about all of that. Y'all don't understand Funky Dividends. Y'all don't even know about Funky Dividends. I need y'all two right there in the screen. Doctors Lindsey and Jameer Pond to go listen to Funky Dividends when you leave here.
You keep forgetting that my family is partially from Philly.
That's true. You were one of them at-risk youth. You knew Funky Dividends. I'm
the bull. You already know I'm the bull, so like
don't talk like that.
You know I'm the bull.
The reason why I was telling so Funky Dividends came out in '88, so for me it was an age thing. I may be, it's like I know how old I was 10 when Funky Dividends came out, so it's like that.
Okay. But my family was, so I listened to a lot of different music.
Fair enough. Withdrawing, Your Honor.
But even in the rappers that you've named, what I love and appreciate about this and the Philly rap scene, which I do think is understudied and under assessed outside of like a few kind of more narrow contexts, the range of rappers. Even if you said your favorites are, I'm just taking this right as Beans, Black Thought, and let's just say Will Smith. I'm not saying you're saying that's your third favorite, but those three. I'm just putting those.
It might be though.
But here's my thing. Those are three very different kinds of rappers, right? Like that actually shows something. And then if you're throwing like the legacy of Schoolie D in there, and of course I'm gonna throw my girl EVE in there, like there's so much diversity in what that sounds like. And I think that also matches the various ways that like Black life in Philly like exists, right? The multiple frequencies of Black life in Philly exist, that you could have an artist like Black Thought, like Will Smith, like Beans, and all of them be skilled at what they do specifically.
But very different worlds. No, that's real.
Three very different people. Flow-wise, very different people. So it's like really sound.
And Bahamadia too, by the way.
Yes, Bahamadia. And so for me, I'm like, that's probably one of the reasons I even in my own assessment when I'm thinking about cities and regions in hip hop, because I'm like, those are three very different sounds to me.
Yeah.
Right. Like in a certain way, I like identify particular things with sounds like that feels or sounds like West Coast, that feels or sound like that. I can do that with soul music in Philadelphia, but it's interesting with hip hop. I'm more challenged in that way, but in an exciting way to think about the range, right? Like
the range is crazy.
It's kind of crazy.
You throw Chris and Neef in there, you throw Freeway in there.
Oh gosh.
Even though what we do is wrong. Come on, man. You can't go wrong with that. And then the Bahamadia, go listen to if you want to hear. For those who don't know, obviously, her big single was don't tell me it was the Marvin Gaye sample from Let's Get It On. It was
let's look it up.
No, we don't do that here.
You don't look up information?
We don't cheat.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Yeah.
we'll just sit here.
Shout out to Yvette Money, really like legend and pillar. Like,
oh yeah, and she shouted Yvette Money out on You Know How We Do, which is my favorite Bahamadia song. But the actual Bahamadia song, which I'm looking up now, because my brain is a little fried right now. Is I Confess. Like that was the single.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Yes.
But You Know How We Do is the joint.
And then more recently, folks even like Tierra Whack. Like some of them.
Shout out to Tierra Whack. Yes.
So you know what I mean? Like there's
and Lil Uzi.
Yeah. I mean,
I want to rock to some shit right there.
Yeah.
Oh, that motherfucker! That was a monster. Yeah. Other than Dreams and Nightmares, shout out to Meek Mill, because that again, we don't do the national anthem. We do Dreams and Nightmares in Philly in school, public schools.
I mean, which is much better than the national anthem, you know. So
it's true. It's true. And again, y'all, listen to Meek's verse on that Friday song when he did that shit. He lost his mind on that shit. He was on another planet, man. Just listen to that shit. It's one of my favorite Meek verses ever. In fact, it might be my second favorite Meek verse ever after
Dreams and Nightmares.
Because Dreams and Nightmares take me to some interesting places. That shit, how you rock it in the car, then you be in the shaky butt. If you ever go to shaky butt in Philly, I'm trying to tell you, when it's time to leave, even in the shaky butt, but when 3 a.m. hit, 4 a.m. hit. Hold up, wait a minute.
Can I ask y'all a question?
The last trip to the ATM machine. Y'all thought it was finished.
The shaky butt is
even rap that old. Y'all know what's
I want to ask y'all something though, like about Will Smith. Like, even he's been going on like a lot of press, but the destiny, like he's been on like streamers and tapping into like YouTube content creators and like participating in challenges with Doechii. Like, how y'all feel about him coming out as like Will Smith? Like, I think I don't know exactly how old he is, but he's in his 50s. But he's like not going to traditional media. He's on like a media run of like streamers and trying to tap in with the youth.
Yep.
How you feel about that?
I think it's brilliant. I think Will Smith figured out what a lot of people haven't, which is you don't have to do the old school rap hustle. You don't have to go to Source and Double XL and whoever. You don't have to do listening parties. You can do some of that stuff. LL did it, and by the way, LL made an amazing album in 2024. But like, you can also do the new school press run. You can talk to Kai Cenat. You can go online and stream your music. You can talk to other platforms. And if you're Will Smith, people go buy the album because you're Will Smith. And the heads will eventually migrate to it the way they migrated to LL's album because it was quality music. And to me, at the end of the day, that's what's going to make this thing sell. And I think Will Smith is going to make high quality. So I'm excited to see him do this. I'm excited. You know, I don't love all the IG pranks. I'm old and cranky, not because there's anything wrong with it. I'm just cranky. I was cranky when I was 20. So like, you know what I'm saying? But I don't love it. But I get there's a market and an audience for that, and I think that's fine. I think Will Smith deserved, as Ikem Mashu said, just on the strength of legacy. If you gave me Summertime, you gave me Brand New Funk. If you gave me Treva's favorite, Getting Jiggy With It, or your favorite, Jameer, Going to Miami, then like
Millennium. I just said it.
Is that his favorite?
I'll tell you one thing. Switch was hot though. People say they want about Switch. That beat was crazy.
Yeah, Ooh la la la. That was your banger, right?
How you like this?
You was in the shaky butt when Twitch came out. I know for sure you were.
I was not in the shaky butt when Switch came out.
You was in the shaky butt.
That was pre and post shaky. I was there pre and post that.
Okay.
It's a chronological marker. It's not a judgment. I just happened not to be in the shaky butt at that time. Okay. I wasn't too good for the shaky butt. I just wasn't in it.
I understand.
Let's move on. It's another story because I know we got to go. Oh, by the way, I'm sorry. People will get mad. Yes, Cassidy. Cassidy is a Philly important staple.
Absolutely.
On the battle scene, there's nobody better than him. He was the first, honestly, he was the first Philly rapper to take it to get. I mean, Summertime was a hit, but like honestly, I'm a Hustler was a hit. We didn't have a whole lot of hits in Philly. We had You Got Me. You know what I'm saying? We have a lot of hits. That shit was a hit.
Yeah.
I remember being in the clubs in like Miami and like, was it like 05? And like fucking that shit came on. I'm a Hustler. Nigga.
He was in his prime, man, and he was putting out mixtapes, so it's like he was servicing the streets and the airwaves. Like he was out here. Shout out to Cassidy, man. He still battle raps from time to time.
No, not from time to time. From Monday to Tuesday to Wednesday to Thursday. Every day to NDY, that nigga battle rapping. Stop it.
Why you want to
stop battle rapping, man?
You gotta keep his pockets. You know what I mean?
I don't know. He was arguing with that bull, and the bull was about to give him a 3 piece of the biscuit.
He was about to Hitman Holla.
Yes, Hitman Holla was about to earn his title. He was like, "You want to go outside and catch a fade?" He started spitting bars again.
I'm not doing this.
Gosh.
Look, why? Let's move on. But yes, Antoine. Yes, Cool C, Steady B 3 times dope. Shout out to Cool C. Fuck Steady B. We go out. Steady B was a rat. He also, if I remember correctly, killed the police.
Yeah. I was about to say, when you mentioned, I was like, he's serving life, and I think Cool C was on.
They both serving life.
Yeah, but Cool C was on Death Row though for a time.
I seen him on Death Row.
Yeah, damn.
They were involved in the killing of Laretha Baird, who was the first Black woman police officer in Philadelphia to be killed in the line of duty. Mm-hmm. One of them killed him, one of them didn't, but they both were involved in it. They were doing a string of bank robberies. But one of them snitched. One of them snitched. But I used to see Cool C on Death Row. I'd go to Death Row to see Mumia Abu Jamal, and he'd be there. And I'd see Russell Maroon Schultz. But the way we would do it is, well, anyway, that's a whole story for another time. I'll tell you that in my memoirs. But the point is, I managed to see a whole bunch of folk on Death Row, other than the person I was supposed to see. And sometimes I would get to see Cool C. And if you don't know Cool C, go listen to The Glamorous Life. It's one of the great songs of the 80s. It's one of them songs. It's like We Love You, Rakim. It's one of them songs where if you was in that era, and Rakim. Go listen to We Love You, Rakim, which was by Prince Rakim, now known as RZA. It was his first single before Wu-Tang. This shit was crazy.